Hello, everybody. Mr. Yale again. Today we are going to add 5 new vocab words. This is a play posit, so please pay attention to the terms that we're going to go over and answer the questions as they come up. As always, any of my play posit videos, if you did not like your score the first time, you can redo again and again and again if needed to get the score that you want. First term of the day is human geography. So as we study different parts of the world this year, we're going to focus on both human geography and physical geography. So very simply stated, you see a lot of words on the PowerPoint. Human geography is anything that makes people different, whether it is language, whether it's religion, whether it's hobbies, the music you like to listen to, the food you eat. It's what makes people different from one another. The next term is physical geography. So physical geography are land features that are created by nature. So mountains, rivers, deserts, islands, oceans, etc., or what makes the land different in different places. So human geography and physical geography work together. For example, if you were to live somewhere like this, okay, we all know probably no one's living here, but your lifestyle, your job, your home, your hobbies, the food you eat, what you do for fun and entertainment would probably be a little different than if you lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Same thing here. This physical geography here, desert, you can see how that affects people's clothing or their human geography. You see people are wearing long sleeve clothing to protect themselves from the sun. It's probably a flowy, loose-fitting clothing to stay cool. Human geography being also how you get from place to place, your day-to-day habits, lifestyles. There aren't any paved roads here, to state the obvious. So even those day-to-day interactions are different because of the physical geography that is here. So physical geography, earth features, human geography, what makes people different. In a moment, perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, you will be doing a human and physical geography Google Earth assignment where you'll look at 5 places on the planet that we are going to learn about this year and identify both human and physical geography in those various locations. So again, while looking at human geography, I like to state when you look at a picture, it's like, how do you know that this picture is not from Fort Wayne, Indiana? So maybe the first thing you notice, the clothing is different. While certainly there are people of varying cultures in Fort Wayne, the majority of women are not dressed in that way. Also, a majority of people are not carrying large baskets of things on their heads. Perhaps these people just came from a market of some sort to gather food, which they're carrying back in this way. Human geography in our country a lot of times is you go to a grocery store to get food, or our culture is so developed in advance that my wife, for example, she shops for groceries on her phone and they get delivered to our house. So you can tell the lifestyle here is a little different. The road's not paved. Perhaps you see the cart here in the background. This mode of transportation would not be seen much around here. Perhaps it's a cart that's either propelled by an animal. Hard to tell from here, but this scene is not happening in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Here also you see some type of ritualistic celebration. Okay? But you look at the ground, physical geography even, looks like a hard sandy place with tropical trees in the background. Again, the cultural dress, not that you would see in Fort Wayne very often, and whatever celebration is taking place, the way people are dressed, would not be super common here, but looks like a pretty fun adventure that would need to be a part of. Again, just looking at dress here, a celebration in the river, this taking place in India in the Ganges River, which is a sacred site to many people in India that practice both the Hindu, Buddhist, and Sikh traditions. The diyas or lighted candles here This would be another religious celebration, but based on all those facts, you could probably come to the conclusion that this is not indeed happening in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So these examples of human geography, what make people different. Shifting gears a little bit to maps. Again, a lot of the things we're doing in this first unit are things that you likely went over last year in 6th grade social studies, and we do look at a lot of maps this year. There are 3 basic types of maps, and this is going to get you set up for an assignment that you're going to complete, which I'll go over in some detail, called maps. But anyways, the 3 types of maps. What kind of map is this? It's a map of the United States, Mr. Yale. Yeah, it is. But this is a political map. Okay, again, a term that I'm hoping you heard last year, and if not, a term you might be learning for the first time. These show us borders between countries, names of cities, names of countries, states, but giving information about those things only. So a political map would not show you elevation, deserts, regional trends. A political map like this would be great if I asked you to learn the names of the 50 states. You would use a political map of the United States like the one below to do so. So map number 1, political map. Map number 2 is what kind of map is this? Well, it's a physical map. So physical maps kind of go hand in hand with physical geography in the fact that they help you get some realization of what the land looks like. So looking at the map key, that map of South America down below, and I know it's kind of hard to see in the bottom left here, this map key gives you some information about elevation. So the greener area is lower land, and as you go up to a darker shade of brown, it is higher land. So from here, you can determine that the west coast, or this portion of South America, is higher, more elevated, or mountainous, perhaps, these being the Andes Mountains, than Central and East South America. So sometimes physical maps will have the names of countries. It's still a physical map if it's giving you information about the land. My favorite type of map, is it a football map? Well, yeah, kinda. But a map that gives you any other type of information is what we are going to define in 7th grade social studies as a special purpose map. So these types of maps show specific information about different areas. They can be anything. I'm a map person. I think maps are fun. For example, this map shows the world's oil reserves. So as you can see on the right here, the kind of dark gray and light gray have almost no oil reserves. Okay, so if you were to start looking for oil in Greenland, you probably wouldn't be mega successful, or Madagascar, you wouldn't be very successful. The light yellow and the darker shades up to kind of I don't know, burgundy-ish color, if that's burgundy, would have a lot of oil reserves. So if you're looking for countries that have a lot of oil reserves, which, by the way, the price of gas is getting pretty high, this map would help you do so. You can see here that countries like Venezuela, Saudi Arabia have some of the largest oil reserves in the world. Also Canada, Russia, also in the news, having a significant amount of oil reserves as well. Kind of a moderate amount, United States, Libya, Nigeria, higher amounts too as you look up. Iraq and Iran, as they border Saudi Arabia, would also be good places to have oil reserves. Back to the football map. I'm a sports person. This map could be helpful to someone to determine what are the most popular NFL football teams in different states. So just because you live in Indiana right here doesn't mean you're a Colts fan, but a majority of people who follow the NFL are Colts fans in Indiana. You look towards Illinois, Chicago Bears, Wisconsin, Green Bay Packers. A team like the Denver Broncos has a lot of different states that support them. You can see the various different football teams in Florida between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Miami Dolphins. My personal favorite team is actually misrepresented here. The Washington team, which this map's outdated by the logo. Now the Washington Commanders are the most popular team, as you can see in Virginia and parts of Maryland. This special purpose map shows religions of the world, which is one of our units of study this year. And again, just to reiterate, United States of America, North America, purple, meaning the most practiced religion is Christianity. By no means does that mean that everybody living in the United States is a practicing Christian, but that is a majority. This helps you see, using the map key, that the northern part of Africa, the Middle East, Indonesia, okay, the second most populated religion in the world, Islam, being practiced here. The third most practiced religion in the world, Hinduism, in orange. Okay, you see that that's most practiced in India and Nepal. Buddhism being the fourth most practiced, parts of China, Southeast Asia, and other religions represented there as well. Special purpose map. What is your generic term for a sweetened carbonated beverage? If you live, so let's see here, we're in the northeast corner of Indiana here, you're likely to call it pop. People on the northeast coast call it soda. Southeast, whether it's a Coke, a Pepsi, a Dr. Pepper, a root beer, people call it a Coke. And some shades that are yellow, which I don't see too much on this map, might call it a soft drink. Okay, funny map. Well, where's Katy Perry most liked? California, Texas. The darker shades show that. The lighter shades, places like Montana, perhaps aren't Maine, maybe not the biggest fans of Katy Perry. Why? Not sure. Estimated annual average salary of teachers. There we go. So this map shows where teachers get paid the most. So if a teacher were looking to make the most money possible, you can use the map key to see that the darker green, like money, money, money green, places like California, Alaska, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York are the highest paid teachers. Again, with the average salaries here. Indiana being shaded in white means we're right down the middle. And then the light pink and the dark pink you see here are areas where teachers are paid the least. Last two special purpose maps I'll show you. With an election cycle kind of coming up, you look at the Electoral College. This is an electoral map from the 2012 election. So all the areas that are in red are states that voted for the Republican candidate, who was Mitt Romney at the time. The states that are in blue are states that voted for Barack Obama, who was the Democrat candidate at the time. So we can kind of compare maps like these to determine change over time. So for example, in the 2016 general election in which Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton, you can see the red states are states that voted Republican or for Donald Trump. The blue states are Democrat states that voted for Hillary Clinton. And as you compare these side to side, again, not diving into politics, no thank you, but you can see that there are several states that from 2012 to 2016, in 2012 had a majority of people who voted for a Democratic candidate, and in 2016, a majority of people who voted for a Republican candidate. So states like Michigan went from blue to red, states like Ohio went from blue to red, states like Pennsylvania went from blue to red, states like Florida, and there are a couple others there as well. So the purpose of showing those maps is to show political trends, other things such as that. So again, human geography, physical geography, 3 types of maps. There will be a separate video explaining your maps assignment, how to complete it, how to turn it in. Hope everyone's having a great day, and I look forward to seeing everyone soon.